I am super late to my own stream. Hold on a second. Sorry, getting set up. I was just at my niece's birthday party. I share birthdays with her, so uh cake was a little late. Oh my god. No, so many ads. I didn't want that. What is going on with my life? I'm so underprepared for once. Content. I'm on the struggle bus at the moment. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, cool. Hey everyone, thank you for the birthday wishes. Hey Liz, hey Kayla, Shakira, Lewis, Jade, Sophie. Um, yeah, I was just at so I share my birthday with my niece, Jodica, Jody, as we call her, and then we have the same birthday, so it's kind of her birthday now. She just turned 2, and my sister lives pretty close by, so we celebrated with cake, and my sister made a really good cake for my niece, and I didn't want to miss out on that, so I'm like 3 minutes late. I was stressing, but in celebration of your birthday, I'm going to eat an amazing seafood dish, just a little birthday gift to you for me. That sounds amazing. By all means, seafood dish sounds really good. I one of my favorite foods is sushi, even though I'm not sure that's what you're eating. But that sounds really good. So enjoy that gift from yourself to yourself, for me. Awaken Moxie says, "Let's fucking go, birthday boy! Woo! Happy birthday! Thank you so much. It's nice. I think that's the only way I'll ever see you actually curse, Moxie, is when it's in an abbreviation or an acronym like that." Bubbles Rubble. Happy birthday, East. Hope you're having a great day. Unfortunately, I can't join the stream today, but I wanted to stop by to wish you all the best. No, that's completely understandable. Thank you so much for stopping by anyway. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good Saturday. It is a beautiful Saturday where I'm at. It's a good day to have a birthday. Oh man. So just gonna wait and see if people filter in, and then this is just gonna be like a super just casual, like a just chatting stream. See where this stream takes me and go from there. There's some other like little agenda item. You know me. I always have an agenda of things I want to talk about. But there's a few other things I wanted to talk about. But in general, just like a pretty casual just chatting stream. So Jade, happy Saturday, Bubbles. Aw, Shakira says, I've been giving myself gifts on others' birthdays because why not? Why not? Right? Multiple birthdays a year. Look at you go. And then you know exactly what to gift yourself. Oh, I wish well, I mean, I do get myself gifts, I guess, but I wish it was as easy to get other people gifts as it is to get yourself a gift. I'm really, really bad at gift giving. It's really low on my love language scale of things that I like and that I'm good at giving. Pretty low scale. Weird to stream on a Saturday. I'm gonna be so unproductive tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, what am I doing with my life? I'm terrible too. I usually give money or a gift card. See, that's not a bad gift, honestly. Like I wouldn't be offended if someone just got me like a gift card. I mean, I don't even expect anything from anyone, truthfully. Someone remembers to say happy birthday. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like that's good enough. Also digging the shirt. Yes, this is one of my mini pattern button-ups that I wear. I have a whole collection of them. Some of them don't currently fit, but I went through this phase a couple years ago where I had an obsession with patterned button-ups, and I would wear them all the time. And I grew quite the little collection of them. I might try to like rotate through them while I stream. So just every Saturday, a different pattern button up that I have. Definitely see, definitely need that shirt or definitely seed that shirt. Same laugh emoji. Yeah, you went through a pattern button up phase as well. I could see that. I got rid of most of them because my style has drastically changed. Yeah, my style's changed. Well, I just don't do anything with my life anymore. Like all the clothes I wear are other work clothes, comfy clothes, like I'm lounging about in the house and working on stuff, or gym clothes. Like that's all I wear. I don't have a reason to ever dress up. And this going to my niece's birthday party is like the first reason I have had to look nice in any kind of context at all. That I don't know. I just don't really dress up like I used to. Good plan. We'd like to see them all. Yeah, I have enough. I have enough for at least like a month or two. Hey, Strings and Pedals, happy birthday, you mad lad. How's it going? Tater Thought, happy birthday, East. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by and wishing me a happy birthday. It means a lot. I always like, well, I've only done it twice. This is my second time. But I like streaming on my birthday because my community is important to me and it is a part of my life. And so it's like getting to spend part of my birthday with people that help be a part of this thing that means a lot to me, which is my YouTube channel and my YouTube community and so on and so forth. I definitely I have a Venus flytrap. Oh, that's a badass plant to have, a Venus flytrap. Peace. And like birthday east or beast as in like in high school, as cringy as this is to say in football, my nickname was East the Beast, which I would never say. I always found it a bit cringe, but that was my nickname. Shakira says, "How is your birthday?" You always with the great question. So my birthday's going pretty good so far. I slept in, which was nice, and then I spent a few hours just reflecting on what it means to turn 30. And for me, turning 30 is actually this really enjoyable sigh of relief. As I'll probably talk about later in this stream, I'm really surprised I made it to 30. And so just trying to take the time to acknowledge like that is kind of an accomplishment. And not only did I make it to 30, but I'm in the like the best, most stable place I've ever been. And so I'm actually really excited about that. But how I'm feeling is like this huge sigh of relief and like a close of a really difficult decade of my life. Like my 20s was absolute shit. A lot of growth. I wouldn't get rid of it, but currently I'm really happy to have a new decade, a new chapter of life. I'm someone who's really big into like chaptering my life, either with new years or birthdays or new months or anything like that. And so having a whole new decade, it's just like, oh, the possibilities are endless. So I'm hyped about that. East the Beast. Yeah, please don't ever. I feel like you're gonna just call me that now just to make me uncomfortable because it makes me wildly, wildly uncomfortable. I think it's Kayla. I think that level of cringe is appropriate for high school. Yeah, no, it is a very like nickname for high school football kind of vibe, 100%. Maria, how's it going? It's been a long time. I remember you from back when I used to live stream and back when you would comment. So I definitely remember your name. Happy birthday, best wishes from Argentina. Argentina is definitely one of those places. It's probably in my top 10 of like countries I want to visit. From what I've seen, parts of Argentina are so beautiful. Oh, Kayla, so glad you're here with us. Yeah, it's kind of cool to be in a position where I'm after years of SI and not really wanting to be around, it's nice to be in a position where I'm like yoked to still be here. Oh, no. See, Jay, that's such an effective means to make me like in a positive way uncomfortable. Oh, we're in the presence of the beast. No, God. Yeah, so happy for you, dude. I will call you that forever. To be fair, you used to call me Killer, which I thought you did because of my last name. Oh, no, no, I just call a killer is like a term of endearment for me. If I call you killer, that's like uh I don't have a good example of something else it's like, but it's just like saying say this. No, it's just a term of endearment. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it other than just saying that. Yeah, if I call you killer, that's like a pretty high bar for where you are in my friendship. To be killer level, that's high up there in all seriousness. Tragically don't have my fancy water bottle today. I'm just rocking a gas station Diet Coke, which is delish. Yeah, no, you made killer status a while ago, Shakira, and I would definitely call you killer. Peasant bottle, yeah, peasant unhealthy bottle. A cup of shame, we could call it. I have my cup of shame. Yeah, styrofoam gas station cup. That's definitely a peasant bottle for sure. Coke Zero is just flavored water. It's fine. Coke Zero. I don't really like Coke Zero. Diet Coke is where it's at. Once you get on the Diet Coke train, it's an addiction. It's really hard to get off that train. Yes, the cup of shame. It's a factual thing to call it. Honestly, the cup of shame. I have other like smaller news, just things to talk through. I've been convinced into trying out Twitch, so that I think that's something I'm going to try out is having a more casual streams. When and what and how that looks like, I don't really know yet. I have new hours at work where I work from 7 to 11, so I think I might start doing this thing where I stream before work for a couple hours, maybe Monday, Wednesday, or maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know. But I've been convinced by a bunch of different people to try out Twitch, and I think it would be fun to have a more casual environment to like hang out with people. Now, how many people are going to follow me over to Twitch? I don't really know. But yeah, I think Twitch is a really cool platform, and I've been doing a lot of research and I've been watching a lot of people's streams, and I'm starting to slowly understand why people like Twitch. Beforehand, I didn't get it, and I thought it was kind of stupid, honestly. I was like, who would just sit there and watch someone like play video games or just chatting? But after like getting to know a couple other streamers and then just like randomly watching streamers, I get it now. So Sophie Beliski says, "What the heck is the difference?" So the biggest difference is that on Twitch I could stream multiple times a week, where on YouTube I just wouldn't want to bombard my subscribers with constant notifications of me streaming, and I would want YouTube to be more long form content. And then I would always do my Sunday stream, which I mean I'm doing Saturday today for my birthday, but I would keep my Sunday stream on YouTube, and then just also on Twitch, it would be like way more casual. Like I would be playing a video game or something. I wouldn't be doing the podcasts or having these more heavier topics per se. Drop the Twitch. Yeah. Where's it at? I don't even plug my own. Oh wait, Shakira, his Twitch is he's buying YouTube. See, you're way better at it. Look at you go. You're plugging my Yeah, it's eastbound underscore YT. We're very creative name. I try to have something a little bit less I don't know, generic, but everything else was taken. So I had to really try. Okay, so I expect some Twitch gaming at some point. Good to know. Yeah, definitely some Twitch game. What I would play, I don't know. It was really interesting recently. I don't know if Krypton's gonna jump in, but one of Layla's friends, Krypton Ryan, who streams, um, he was playing Mario, and it was really interesting. I had no interest whatsoever in what he was playing, but because I like him as an individual, I didn't really mind, and that's when it started clicking. I've never really understood why people watch. Like for instance, like I don't understand why you guys watch me. I'm not saying don't, but I don't get it. But now I'm slowly starting to get. Uh, there's something really engaging about this like parasocial interaction of being a viewer and then interacting with the streamer, and that feeling very rewarding. For me, it's I love studying humans, and like it sounds like I'm not human. I love studying humans, and it's just really interesting social dynamic and stuff like that. So it's been interesting. Oh yeah, see, free free membership to one Twitch channel via Amazon Prime. You guys could give me your Prime sub if you really wanted to. And then another reason why I like Twitch is like YouTube just doesn't have a lot of ways of interacting with the chat and then having this back and forth. There is a chat obviously on YouTube streaming, but with Twitch, there's way more interactions and stuff that you can do. You can even play games with your chat, which is really interesting. Um, Sophie Bliski says, "I meant, what's the difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero?" Laugh out loud. Just the way they taste. Coke Zero tastes like regular Coke, and then but I just don't really like the flavor of regular Coke anymore. I just got here from an F1 Twitch stream, and I super love it over there. It's adorable. Like people that are fans of F1 Twitch or F1 Twitch itself. Like, does F1 the organization have a Twitch? But I'm also super excited to get to know what Twitch is too. I'm intrigued and excited for this new venture. Yeah, I'm excited. Layla's gonna help me out with figuring it out. You bring smiles. Me? No, not at all. Little Nightmares would be a good game. I think you would like. Okay, throwing that down for the suggestion. Shakira, have you ever heard of a game called Little Misfortune? It's an adorable game that I'm looking forward to playing. Shakir says, I need to get back on streaming on Twitch. Laugh out loud. I haven't in months. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, I think you said you literally had memberships too. Those poor people. Um, but yeah, you need to get back onto streaming so I can come pester you for a change. Hey, okay, Joe from you. I love studying humans. I did, as someone who's never felt like he fits in, I find it really interesting to people watch. People watch from afar is probably one of my favorite activities. Like the idea of going into sounds so, maybe that is creepy. I don't know. But just people watching in general is a lot of fun for me. I just came from watching someone on Twitch and I was wishing there was some happy birthday noise I could send you, but alas. Yeah, exactly. Like all these different interactions you can have. You can play noises, you can have like emotes come up on the thing. I could have my own emotes. I could have an eyebrow emote. Oh, my word. I can't wait for that. What is F1 like? Formula 1, it's like if you know what Indy cars are, or it's just a type of motorsport racing. The guy I was watching used to be a engineer at Red Bull Racing, and now he does struggle bus streams. Shakira says I have love that game. It's what does she say? Like give a fuck. You have to remind me what's the quote? Like she's like give a fuck. Nutritious Liz Formula One. It's a racing series, but it's not boring and lame like Indy. Well, there's like layers to like American American racing. You have like stock cars which just go around in a circle. That's pretty boring. Then you have Indy cars which are just like mini F1 cars, and then you have F1 which is like big boy racing cars. I don't really people watch, but I love analyzing people on reality shows and just shows in general. Yeah, like having predictions about where the show's gonna go, and then it being vindicated, like you being vindicated by like those personality things happening in a reality TV show, or just like watching the tea. I enjoy way too much. I really like the simplicity of reality TV, and it weirdly enough meant a lot to me in some of the hardest moments of my life. I remember when I was in this abusive relationship, my ex got me into The Bachelor, and there was just something so calming about like kind of turning off my brain and then watching people deal with these very simple problems, and that were just so much less than the things that I were dealing with at the time. And that I don't know why there was something very calming and nice about that. In all seriousness, yeah, no, I would need to add some kind of like verbal related struggle bus thing, is when I mess up people's names, or when I stutter, or when I'm struggling to get out sentences like I am right now. I could definitely have a great struggle bus emote, or like a stammer emote for sure. Little misfortune, yikes forever. Yeah, you can have emojis, I think, but I think you have to have memberships, or I have to start memberships to do that. And um, I don't really want to start memberships on YouTube. Um, I don't know. I feel really. I don't. I want to wait until like my channel's actually maybe thriving, and maybe I can actually offer something. But I think you have to have memberships to have emotes, and I memberships is just something I don't really want to explore at the moment. Those are the weirdest outliers of humans, I hope. Or you could or you could have me call in every now and then to pronounce things correctly. Yeah, it could be like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where I have a lifeline. I can just be like, how do you, which is ironic because English is like your third language. It's not even your primary language. So oh, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Like and then I think only members can use the emotes as well. Oh, I think that might be how it is on Twitch as well though. Hmm. I think you can unlock them for free though. Let's see. Those are the weirdest outliers of human. What did I miss? Oh, okay. Yes, it's interesting though. Also, how cameras can influence people's actions. Yeah, I hate it. I think it's wild what people will do while they're on. It's like, man, if you do this on camera, like, who are you and how do you act off camera? Because you are truly and utterly wilding right now, and you're saying some crazy stuff and you're saying it in front. That's the thing, is like there are men, cameramen with these giant cameras. I don't get how you can just ignore their presence and not take in the fact that you're like actively being recorded, for producers to cut up in a bunch of weird ways and then show to millions of people. So strange. But yeah, no, I'm excited about, who knows how much time and effort I'm gonna actually put into doing Twitch, because I already have so many pots in the fire, so to speak. But yeah, I think it would be like a fun, casual way. And then I also want to get a lot better at entertaining a chat and a stream, because streaming is something that I'm slowly growing more and more to like. And I really, really value my son. Well, on Saturday, but you know what I mean. These Saturday live streams and getting to interact with you all, and it's starting to be like something that recharges me instead of something that drains me. Because the first initial streams, especially back when I came back from my 14-month long break, was really draining because I was just like so in my own head. But now that I'm, what is this, my ninth stream? Can you believe how consistent I've been? It's wild. But it's starting to be this thing that actually like recharges me, and like it gives me that, like, a little dose of that social interaction that I badly need in my life. I think there must be a lot of pressure behind the scenes to get the most entertaining behavior. Oh, absolutely, definitely. Or like there's a weird idea of like, if you're not interesting enough, then they won't have you on the show, or this pressure to be as interesting as possible. I definitely, there's probably a lot of dynamics that I don't understand and would never understand unless I did a show like that. But it's still wild. I think I'm weirder on camera than off, except the occasional random sounds I'll make on my own. No, I'm way weirder off camera. Like I'll go through these like random noises and I'll do really weird shit, and then like there's times where I even stop myself and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You're being weird." I'd be so worried of editing making me out to be someone I'm not, if I ever were to be on some kind of reality show. See, that's why I think ultimately I wouldn't do it, because I like having a lot of creative control as a content creator over the way I'm perceived and the message that gets put out there, and the idea of having someone else with like free will to take me and then edit me however they would like, especially out of context. No, I would never. Liz says, have you ever checked out Young LA Clothing? If you like flowers, you like some of their stuff. Okay, cool. I love suggestions. I love it when you guys um give me ideas. Young Law. Young, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing because Young LA seems to be a fitness, like a lifestyle fitness clothing brand. Maybe there's a different one. I'll go look for it later. If you want to hit me with a link, I don't know if you're allowed to leave. Let's see. Sophie Bliski. I bet it's probably super manipulative. Yeah. Dang nine. Nine in reference to what, Liz? I think that's exactly what they do. You couldn't pay me enough to be on one of those shows. Ken, how's it going, Ken? It's been so long. I remember all your lovely comments that you used to leave on my videos back in the day before I disappeared rather dramatically. And I think you were in a couple of the rare live streams that I did. So thank you so much for stopping by, Ken, and wishing me happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christopher. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. You're the second person to do a rendition of Happy Birthday to me. So far, it's only been Moxie, which shout out. Moxie was one of the first people to wish me happy birthday. Sophie is really behind on the ball on wishing me happy birthday. She's the worst. And then I'm sure I'll get a proper happy birthday here in a little bit when I go back to see my family. Shakira says your consistency is amazing. Definitely cool to see. Also, cool to see the interconnecting of your videos and how well thought out everything is. Yeah, one of the things I reflected on, because I was kind of bummed because 123 days ago, an arbitrary amount of days, I started this journal. I keep a million journals at home, not at home, but I keep a million digital journals. And there's a lot of different things I wanted to kind of shift or accomplish by the time I turned 30 and feel a lot different about my life. And there's definitely places where I still struggle hugely, but one of the things I had to give myself credit for was it's been absolutely insane the level of consistency that I've somehow managed to pull off. And it's funny because even though my channel's kind of dead, I've talked about that a lot. This is the most consistent I've ever been as a creator, period, right? Like I've uploaded at least one video a week the last 9 weeks, sometimes two videos, and I've done a live stream every weekend as well. And that level of consistency I just didn't think was ever possible for me, especially pre-diagnosis and pre-knowing I was bipolar and being medicated. And so I don't know, that level of stability in my life is a really cool thing to witness, and especially when it has this knock-on effect of me being able to be a consistent creator for once in my channel's lifetime. I made ducking whole grams. I made ducking whole grams number. See, I don't know what that means. I think I might have missed something. But people already perceive me differently from who I think I am, so best just ignore what everyone thinks or says, right? Maybe. I think for the most part, you should ignore what outsiders say and feel, but maybe take a little credence over what your friends say, especially if it's positive, and maybe you should integrate that, which is me kind of yelling at myself as well. It is fitness. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it is fitness. Maybe you're thinking of something similar. Honestly, I'm a bit of a downer, but there was this Japanese reality show that boasted about how unscripted it was. A girl acted confrontational. It got her lime blasted online. Well, Moxie, have you heard of the fishbowl thing? There's this live, like 24-hour, 24/7, 24/7 live stream of this house, and it's a really interesting concept. I think it's super toxic, but it's interesting nonetheless. She ended up revealing how she was basically forced to behave that way by the show. And oh my word, I was not expecting that. No, okay. Her taking her own life, not funny. What made me laugh was how unexpected it was and not prepared. So that's my way of dealing with a flash of uncomfortability at seeing something about SI, because I've been thinking about that a little bit lately. Not me thinking about taking my life, but it's been a big part of my life, and so I wasn't expecting. Like I got like a flare of triggered, and then just decided to inappropriately laugh it off. So yikes. So lots of stuff is manipulated for entertainment value. Yeah, the amount of immense pressure and like the number of comments people get, like that's just I would never want to put myself through that. As I ironically say as a content creator. Strings and Pedal says, "I wish you a happy birthday on IG." Shake my head. No, you're included. You're one of the first people to include me as well. I was just roasting Sophie. Sophie understands why I'm roasting her. 9 in a row. Oh, see, I'm right over my head, Liz. Right over my head. 9 in a row. I was referring to streams. Yeah, it's insane that I've been doing 9 in a row. I think, or eight. One of those two numbers in there somewhere. I texted you immediately after I woke up. What more do you want? No, I just thought it was funny because the last thing you texted me was technically like 12:09 my time, so it was technically my birthday, but I know you're 2 hours behind. He expects blimps to fly over his house with happy birthday written on them, with fireworks too, and a vacation to some cool islands. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I expect. You've been pulling in all that money at the Silver Linings and flight attendant. You could arrange a blimp for sure. It might get shot down by the U.S. Air Force, but you could arrange it. What is one of the other things that I was thinking about? Yeah, no, I was gonna do like maybe like a brief review of like the 20s and why turning 30 is so impactful. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward and understandable kind of idea. But I just want to say quickly to everyone that's like here listening and like to those that are lurking, or also those that are actively interacting with the chat. Like I just want to say thank you so much for spending any time with me here on my birthday. It means a lot. I'm not really big into birthdays, honestly. They're not like too special of a day for me. I haven't really cared about my own birthday for a while. And turning 30 is not this big deal to me either. It's not like something I'm freaking out about, but it does make me feel special and loved that you all are spending time with me and interacting with me in any way that you can. It means a lot, and so I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll be very sincere and say that again later, but I just wanted to take some time to acknowledge that and then say thank you for spending time with me on my 30th birthday. So, yes, tell us everything. Woo! Hey, what's up? Becoming I'm gonna mess up your name every time. Pega's Zebracorn. I love it. Yep, lurking, struggling to stay awake. No, you don't have to like stay awake by all means. If you're tired, go to sleep. You don't have to. You don't. I appreciate the lurk. It means a lot to me. I've been doing more and more learning about like Twitch culture and like the importance of lurking. So it honestly means a lot to me, and you certainly don't have to stay up and or interact with chat. You take care of you. Shakira said you you paid me to spend time with you, but you're welcome, I guess. You paid me. Welcome. Wait, what's that a reference to? Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, Pega Zebracorn. You paid me to spend time with you, but you're well. I see. I don't get that. That's another thing that's right over my head, and that's another emote I could have. Is just something going over my little character's head because that's happens to me all the time. Quincy, how's it going? Hey, my birthday was Thursday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, Forces unite. You're a completely new name to me, I think, Quincy. So thank you so much for stopping by and wishing me a happy birthday. I don't know how you found me, but I appreciate it, and it means a lot when people stop in and say hi, and especially wish me happy birthday. So thank you for that. Axe Slinger, that is a name I recognize. I'm late to the stream, but happy birthday. Thank you so much for coming back, Axe Slinger. You're a name that I recognize from comments, and it's been so long since I last live streamed that I can't remember if you were a part of those as well, but I definitely recognize that username. So thank you so much for stopping by again and wishing me happy birthday. Um, God damn it. What Christopher doesn't know is that his mom is paying all of us to be friends with him. He's old enough to know now. Yeah, I know. It was an old joke I made with Sophie is that like I was like, is my mom paying you to be my friend? And because it's from what is the movie? 10 Things I Hate About You, maybe? Uh, there a character is getting paid to like another character, so it's a very old reference to a very good movie. Laugh out loud, man. Just said it. How did he forget? East, you said thank you for spending time with me. What? You're gonna have to hold my hand on this one, Shakira. I'm really having like a moment here. Jade, yeah, are you also a Taurus? When's your birthday, Jade? I'm blanking on that at the moment. Sophie Blisky says, when is your birthday? August. Blisky the 12th, but I'm in DC the weekend before. Yeah, where's okay? Come to come to DC to celebrate my 30th in August? Question mark. I told you DC is too far away. Why can't you have a pen show in Chicago? The day you come to Chicago is when I come visit you, because I can afford to go to Chicago. I cannot afford to travel to DC. I wish I could. Let's see. Axlinger says, "Yeah, I've been watching the channel for some years now, since before the pandemic. Those years went by fast. 30. Yeah, yeah, wow, you've been around forever. I started my channel in January 2020, so right before the pandemic happened. So that is you're literally an OG in that sense. You have been around for a hot minute. And that's another thing that I wish I would on Twitch you have these like badges for your username to celebrate certain things, and it's really cool because on YouTube side it tells me how long people have been publicly subscribed to me, and so I wish there was some kind of badges to show off like that level of like loyalty to someone, not loyalty in a traditional sense, but like, oh, how long I've been around. I think those things are really cool and really fun to have on a personal level. So that's another reason why I think Twitch is cool, is that there's badges you can have to like represent your level of interaction with the channel and how long you've been around, stuff like that, which is really cool. Washington birthday is August 10th. No way, your birthday's August 10th? I didn't know that, Sophie. May 14th. Okay, your birthday's coming up. In case I forget, happy early birthday. Happy birthday to my fellow Taurus. How old will you be turning, Jade, if you don't mind me asking? Strings and Pedal says Chicago Pen Show is this weekend, actually. But you're not going, are you? Because you would have told me if you were going. Yes, almost twins. Oh, yeah. See, okay, now I get it. That makes more sense. You were making a joke, and the joke went over my head, and I feel dumb. Oh my goodness, you said thank you for spending time with me on your birthday, so I made a joke about you paying me to spend time with you. Facepalm, let me order my food. Yeah, I'm really afraid of my active viewers going before 10, below 10, so I pay Sophie, I pay Shakira, I pay Annabelle, and some other people. Jade, I pay Jade as well, just to sit here and lurk and make sure my numbers don't go below 10. I just can't handle that on an ego sense. Where's my badge? Yeah, exactly. Where's your badge? Christopher hates us Leos. I've just never had great interactions with Leos before you all. But we're not going to get into being zodiac sign-ist at the moment. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you opened up memberships to the channel, there would be badges next to commenter's name. Yeah, I'm just so torn about memberships and stuff like that. I don't think like my channel's big. I think it's like memberships, merch, and stuff like that is something I want to revisit if my channel ever starts to do well, maybe. But uh, if I and then also if I get into doing Twitch, who knows? I'm gonna experiment with, but and wait, true. Oh, okay, yeah. Liz says there are badges on YouTube for memberships. PYT, the Young Turks uses them. I can see mine change over time. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I think that level of like showing off or just I don't know, to feel like you're included into something is cool. Because like that's another thing I've subscribed to a few people on Twitch and like which I never thought I would do. So this whole thing's been new to me, but um yeah, I think membership in one way or another is an interesting idea. We are loyal, we are loyal, we are loyal, and not a cult at all. Yeah, I would never want to encourage a cult like atmosphere. Sophie Blisky, true, and he hates himself, so he hangs out with us. You guys are a pleasure to hang. What do you mean? And not opinionated, stubborn. It's his form of self harm. What, hanging out with you all? No, not at all. It's my form of socializing, self self love. not not you now trying to make a joke back, laugh out loud. You do need a over my head emote thing on Twitch. Yeah, I absolutely need a head over thing over my head emote for sure. Jade says sorry for the swears. Did you swear? Or did I swear? Oh, where's Ken? I'm sorry. I left you out. I need to include you too. You're over here pumping up the numbers as well. If you guys just want to give me your Venmo links, I'll pay you all in accordance to because you've hung out with me today. Some zodiac app says Bus and I have a magical connection, so it's basically science. That is basically science. Waiting for a golden statue of East. That would be. I can't think of anything on this planet that would make me more uncomfortable than a statue of myself. That just sounds like body dysmorphia galore, and it would be really gaudy and cringy. And oh man, Hackslinger. So I was a little late to my own stream because today is also my niece's birthday. My niece is turning 2, so we have a shared birthday, which I think is really cool. But now basically her birthday, or it's her birthday, so it's kind of mine, but more so hers in the family dynamic. So I was over there before my stream and celebrated with them for a little bit. And then after my stream, I'm gonna go back and hang out with my family, and we're gonna do cake and all that. And then tomorrow, my mom is treating me and my siblings to the new Marvel's movie, the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which I'm super excited about because I've heard good things about it. So that is my plan for today. Do this live stream for a bit, then go hang out with family, and then for reflect. I think the end part of the night, I'm just gonna reflect on my 30s some more, do some more journaling, set out some intentions and some goals, all that kind of healthy stuff. I'll make it. I'm a goldsmith after all. That is true. That would be quite the upgrade from rings to a golden statue. I'm laughing out loud at you as a golden statue. Yeah, no, that would be wild. No, you gotta watch a movie with me tonight. We have to watch the movie tonight. That will be like in the AMs. That'll be like 3, 4, 5 a.m. for you. Oh, it sounds like a nice time. Yeah, it is nice. It's nice to hang out with family. Like I said, I'm not a huge birthday person, so I don't really. I'm excited to be doing anything because if nothing happened today, like if I wasn't streaming and I didn't have the dual birthday, then I would be totally fine with that as well. But it is nice. Little nightmare. Oh God. Oh man. I really do need a. You mean reflect on your? Oh yeah. No. Mm. I see. I'm just gonna write that down. Struggle bus emote. Eyebrows over my head. We could do tomorrow around this time. Yeah, I should be free around this time tomorrow. We'd have to touch base about it. Get in contact with me tomorrow because I might have a few things that are going on. I know I have a call with Layla. I have to go do some odd jobs for this person, and then I might be free after that. It just depends on how long I'm doing the odd jobs for. He's lying, guys. He's definitely a huge birthday present. He expects at least 3 gifts from every person. Yeah, I'm kind of like waiting. I've had a PO box this whole time, so there's no excuse from any of you for not having sent me gifts. Come on now, chop chop. Where are they at? Let's see. No, Sophie and Anna Real both know how wildly uncomfortable gifts make me. So I would I would never expect gifts and much less know how to react to them at all. How would you sum up your 20s if you could choose one word? A tough one. Uh, Hellbound. Yeah, Hellbound would be a good one. And my 20s just had so many different phases in it, right? When I was in my early 20s, like just had turned oh my word, Shakira. That's too much. That's way too much money. I'm uncomfortable. No. Shakira. How do I I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna put user in timeout. Uh, no, my uncomfortableness to just put you in timeout and punish you. Thank you so much, Shakir. That's far too kind. I don't ever expect anything from anyone. I don't know what to say other than thank you, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you doing that. That's not why I streamed on my birthday, but thank you. I thank you so much. I have to go lurk for a bit. Be back. Hope you're still streaming. Thank you once again. Go lurk. I appreciate it. uh, uh, Wait, what did I miss? Yeah, Hellbound. Yikesies. Yikesies is a good one as well. Oh, never knew Prezzies. Oh, never knew Prezzies on the way. No, I don't actually have a PO box. No, I'm not that popular. I'm not popular enough to have a PO box. Laugh my ass out. You're making him feel things. Yes, making me feel appreciated, which makes me uncomfortable. In a good way. I'm I'm literally laugh out loud at your reaction. Oh, I literally said, "Don't get weird, gross, lurk." Wait, when did you? Oh, happy birthday! Just accept it. I couldn't even look. I couldn't even look at the super chat. I was too uncomfortable to read it. I didn't even know what it said because I saw the amount and I was like uncomfortable. So I didn't even read the message on it. Happy birthday! Just accept it and don't get weird. Oh, ew. No, that's impossible. Uh, might as well get ready for when your channel blows up. Is that correct terminology? You nailed it, Liz. You're one of the kids. You nailed it. I don't know if my channel would ever blow up. Not that that's super important to me, but if it did, that would be nice. It would be really cool to have like a PO box and get stuff from people. Like I think that's I really like interacting with my community in as many ways as I can and as genuinely as I can. Like obviously live streams is still pretty detached, but a PO box would be another really cool way to connect with people that are a part of my community. And I when I see other people that are big enough to have that kind of thing and they open up stuff from PO boxes and they genuinely like enjoy that process, I think that's a really special thing. It's a bright bright and pink also. Alex Sling Al, Axe Slinger. I'm so shook for my 30s. It's literally around the corner. Got one more year left. So are you 28 going on 29 or are you just turned 29? What does one more year mean? We're all his exposure therapy before his channel blows up. No, it's not ever blowing up. Stop it. Not his exposure therapy. Yeah, way too much love. I think I'll always be this uncomfortable for as long as I am a human. Sophie Bliski, you're right. Wow, East runs all of our checks. Haha. Well, now that Shakira gave me money, I can actually afford your guys' rates are high. I'm paying you so much to spend. It's by the minute too. Jade says I make my own clothes. I would send some of your merch. Like you would make me handmade merch stuff? See, that would be wow. That would be so cool. I would cherish that forever. Yeah, I'm about to be 29 in a few more months. Scorpio season. When is I'm so bad at I only know Leos are in August because I hate Leos. And I know my own sign, but I don't know any other sign and what it corresponds to. So Scorpio feels like you said a few more months. Is that a July? Or can't be it can't be August. We said that one. Um Me singing 20 something by Jamie Cullum every day for another months. I like that song. I like that song a lot. Liz says no. Shakira is Shakira is paying you all. Yeah, Jade, that would be really cool. If I ever do have a PO box, I'll let you know. But a handmade stuff would make me feel would probably elicit the same reaction you just saw from Shakira giving me money, but this this terror of feeling appreciated and foreignness of what to say or do. Strings and Pills says, "How dare you? We are lovely." No, you are the exception. You and Sophie, I guess, are the exception. So funny you say that. Leo energy is awesome. Maybe I'm just selectively remembering all the toxic people that I knew that Scorpio is late October to late November. I'm November. Okay, cool. Is there a difference between being a late November versus October? Is that there? Does that mean you're a different kind of Scorpio than an October Scorpio? Scorpio is November. You. I don't know. Why would I know? I've never got into astrology. Thank you. Yeah, someone's got to appreciate the. Also, there's sun and moon and rising, and they all mean different things. Yeah, my old group of really close friends, they did my whole birth chart once. I don't remember what it was. Don't bother asking me. But they were super into it, and they took a lot of like credence in its authenticity, and they would like constantly look at their charts and chart things out. And then it was really cute because like sometimes when boys would enter their lives, or I guess we were all in our mid 20s, but they would like sometimes look at their charts and they would do these things like, oh, he's this so and you're so and that's not very compatible, but they were adorable. Well, November Scorpios are cooler, so yeah, there might be a different. uh, that made me laugh out loud. I don't know how. Good, I think you need that. Yeah, probably. Um, Ken, I'm sure you have so much to say on so many different things. I think the word that describes my 20s was toxic. That's such an interesting word to use, Ken, especially since the word toxic has only gained prevalence, and I would say the last like 5 to 6 years is a popular word to use to describe something. Maybe it's been around for a while, but I feel like I've only started hearing toxic in the last decade or so. But why would you use toxic, Ken? Enlighten me on your 20s as well. And if anyone else wants to chime in with how their 20s is going or did go, please by all means do so. I think it's really cool to hear how other people feel about this pivotal point in their life. The 20s is such an interesting age, where you're like first getting used to like being an adult and have all these transformative years, and then you push into your 30s, and there's just sudden transformation where everyone expects you to like have all your shit together. But yeah, I'm a Virgo sun, which I don't feel connected to at all, but I'm a Leo moon rising and Venus, so haha. Honestly, if astrology helps you reflect and become a tiny bit more self-aware, why not? Yeah, no, 100%. I think astrology is sort of like ink blot tests, or it's about um it's more so what you see in it, and then like and using that as a jumping board for self-awareness. And so I think they have use for sure. Ken says, by the way, I'm a Virgo. Quincy, I honestly also, how do you say, what would be the phonetic of your last name? Is Izara? That's a dope last name if that is your last name. But I like it. It sticks out. I honestly know how I have no idea how astrology works. My friends have tried to explain it to me, and I'm just, that's the accurate emoji for how I am. And even during this conversation, I'm like, yep, that's sure a thing. Hey, Virgo means nothing to me, but I'm excited for you. Oh yeah, see, Liz is already ahead of me, kind of like ink blots. Look at that. Great minds think alike. Maybe you don't want to mind compared to your mind compared to mine though. My mind is all over the place. Axe Slinger says, I only know how astrology works because I read tarot. See, tarot cards is in, that was the third example I wanted. I think tarot cards are really cool because it's so much about like your instinctual reaction to these things, tells you so much about like some of your preconceived notions and like some of the other things that are like in your subconscious. And so I think tarot cards are really cool. And they're really fun. One time I read someone's tarot cards and I actually enjoyed it. It was really cool to do like kind of a performance around it. I only know how astrology works because I read tarot, so you almost have to know how to do the read. Interesting. Um, Quincy says my 20s roller coaster. Ooh, if you want to elaborate, by all means. Roller coaster is definitely a good way to also describe my 20s. If it was it was like a roller coaster that just went down for most of my 20s and then just sharply went up, and then it would be a roller coaster for sure. Shakira says, I turned 28 on April. Oh, yeah, your birthday's on April's Fool's Day. That's right. I turned 28 on April's 1st, and so far, 20s have been rocky. Yeah, they have been rocky. By the way, speaking of Twitch, Shakira, please give me an update on your boy and how you two are doing. I would love to hear updates about how the relationship is going. So hard to manipulate chat in on YouTube. Yeah. Ezra. Ez e See, this is why I need the struggle bus emoji. I'm gonna go with Ezra, laugh out loud. It's my middle name. I don't know why YouTube puts it up there. LOL. Well, I think Quincy Ezra, that has like a good flow to it. I think I could say 20s for me would be transformative. That is a really good word as well. I like that. In my late 20s, I put too much importance on things that were not important. A word that describes my 20s when I was 20, radical. Interesting word choice. See, I'm really liking what you all are coming up with because it's making me think about whether I resonate with that word or not. But radical, especially since it's fallen out of the public eye, that is a really interesting word choice. But put too much importance on things that were not important. Do you have any examples that you would like to share? Like in terms of like money or superficial relationships or stuff like that? What was the thing that got you shouldn't have? Tarot gang. Oh, I cool. I learned how to read tarot cards too. That's awesome. Actually, I take that back. I was looking on the negative side. Looking at everything in my 20s has been serendipitous for sure. Once again, great word choice. Serendipitous. You're gonna have to dive into that one a little bit more because that's a really cool word choice. Maybe serendipitous, like the way you and your current significant other met as well. That's pretty serendipitous. My 20s were tumultuous but enlightening. Best two words I could think to use to describe it. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Ooh, tumultuous and enlightening. Once again, we have great adjectives going on here in the chat. I adore it. Strings and pedals. 20s. Growing into myself? Question mark. You know what I adore about you, Annabelle, is every time you talk about yourself, and even in like a remotely serious way, it's always with a question mark. It's always like more of a question rather than a statement. But growing into myself might be a solid one for sure. Oh, okay, my bad. It's going really well. Shh, say nothing else. I haven't told anyone. Okay, my bad. I didn't mean to out. Shakira is the worst, and she's very unlovable, and all of that. So there's no significant other. I lied. I made it up. Let's say let's. I had a lot of struggles happen in the beginning and had to go through a lot to find myself. Now I'm at the tail end and finally know what I want to do with my life. That's amazing, Quincy. I really resonate with that and feel that way. A lot of struggles, a lot of downs, and then I find myself at the end of it, right serendipitously, to go back to that word, serendipitously, I feel myself in a very transformative place right when my 30s ended. And there seems to be a really unique and interesting timing to it. My favorite word is serendipity. That is a good word. Ken says, "Wow, money and superficial relationships are two great things to." Yeah, I never really got dragged into the super looking at the word superficial relationships. Superfluous. That's even a better word to describe, like superfluous relationships. No, they get it. It's all one big question mark until you have it figured out. Haha. I will say nothing with conviction. I haven't gotten the gumption. Oh, you're rhyming over here. She's a poet and didn't know it. Serendipitous number one, the job I have now, which is my career. Two, my current boyfriend now. And three, my life in general. Yeah, from what you've told me, I think that's pretty fitting. Okay, I haven't used my one word. And initially, I kind of want to do what Shakira did, which is look at the negative, because honestly, most of my 20s were negative. But then I want to look at the whole thing together. Um, ooh, maybe like rebirth. Maybe if there's a cooler word for the concept of being rebirthed, maybe that's the route I would go. Like revival or reinvention or rebirth, something like that. Like such a strong distinction from the person that I used to be into the person who I am now. Like I don't resonate or relate. Like if I were to talk to you about my early 20s, I might as well be telling you about a friend. That's how different the two are. So I would say for me, my 20s was like rebirth or being reborn into a different for sure. Like a rise like a phoenix. Yep, exactly. Another word I think I would use is illuminating. Sophie, did you give me a word earlier? Did I miss it? The chat box on this thing is so small. There we go. I found a bigger chat box. Let's go. Rise like a phoenix. I think another word to use is illuminating. That's a really good word. It's been fun talking to you all. It was great and refreshing. I must go scoop litter boxes and study for finals. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Adios. Thank you so much for stopping by, Quincy. I appreciate it. And thank you for sharing how your 20s were and your words that you would use so far. Thank you for stopping by on my birthday. I hope you have a great time scooping litter boxes, and I hope your finals go well. Kill those finals in the best way possible. Rides like a thing. Yeah, I got what you mean. Hey Anna, hi, I'm here. Party can start now. We have been talking mad ish about you this whole time, so definitely do not watch the replay. I definitely had some very painful parts, but the positives always outweigh the negatives for me, which is why I think on the more optimistic side. You really are such an optimistic person, Sherry. You inspire me in that sense of um it's a choice for you and it's an outlook and it's this perspective that you take on. It's not a perspective that's been forced on you. Or you're also like sometimes there's like just really positive people who are positive for the like the sake of being positive, or they haven't been tested, or it's like really easy for them to be positive. And so I really admire how you've had things that would test that you would be justified in not being positive, but you choose to be anyway. That's one of the things. Serendipity is a tricky word for me personally because it's what I associate to what was the most toxic relationship I experienced before I got toxic, of course. But I remain, but I'm a reclaim its loveliness. Your life is super serendipitous, or I wish there was a better word for it, but serendipity also kind of works well for your life. You just like seem to some things seem to fall into place, and like the things that you've started and accomplished are is really inspiring as well. Axlinger says transformed, rejuvenated, renaissance, alchemized. Those are all good words as well. Oh, I love it when my little heart, my little heart, when chat interacts with chat, it just makes me so happy. It's so cute. Emza, how's it going? Happy birthday, man. Thank you so much for dropping by and wishing me a happy birthday. How's your day going? Becoming a Pegazebracorn. 20s were great until they weren't. 30s have mostly sucked. And would you say that's mostly because of your ongoing medical things, or have there been other external things that have made 30s not so great? That is my great fear if I'm going to be vulnerable for a second. My 20s were really hard, and I have this perpetual fear that like life life is always going to be hard, and I'm sure people much older than me can speak to this. Like life will find ways to make your life harder, and especially when you have children or relationships or marriage or the other trials and tribulations of life. And so I know I'm not done with the hard parts of life, but I'm always worried that the I've been truly and honestly tested in my life so far, and I'm worried that life is going to find a new way to push me to the edge of my limits once again and put me back in a really dark and awful place. And what that would look like, I don't know. I sometimes make these morbid jokes that like I'm going to fall in love with someone and going to tragically die in some sort of way, right? Like I don't know. I've had this pessimism about my life, and so I'm really excited for my 20s to be over. But there is a part of me that is super concerned about what is in store for me. But that's a bit, I don't know, pessimistic, or yeah, pessimistic is probably the right word for it. Rebirth sounds good for my 70s. Damn, how old are you, Ken? Well, Ken, if you don't mind me asking how old you are, if you feel like sharing, you don't have to share. I see, and Ken, that's why I really appreciate your perspective, because you've had so many. If you are older than 70, and I mean this in the most respectful way, you've had so many different decades and time to expand and unfold as a person. Like if I imagine myself in my like 50s or 60s, I can't even imagine how different of a person I would be because of how radically different I am from when I was 28, right? Like even as recent as like 28 or 29, I'm a radically different person. So I think it would be really interesting to get to those later years in life and then look back on it all and just see how many different people you've been. Uh, Sorry, Molly, just a fortunate accident. I can't type with my sausage fingers. Aren't you using a your on-screen keyboard, Jade? And did you say something earlier that I missed? Fortunate accident. Sorry, Molly, just a fortunate accident. See, I don't get what that's in reference. Yeah, right over my head probably. Dorothy, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy birthday. I just discovered that you came back from YouTube. Happy to see you again. Yeah, a lot of people on my subscribers don't get notifications at all that I'm back. But I'm so glad for you to stop by. I feel like Dorothy P is a name that I recognize. So if you comment, let me know, because I for some reason I feel like I remember that name. But thank you so much for stopping by and saying giving me a happy birthday wish. It means a lot. Becoming a Pekka Zebracorn. Medical issues, yes, but more so facing everything alone. My 20s ended up with my last two parental figures, dying. So I have no support system. Um, I just want to say, give you my condolences that you lost that support system. Uh, having lost a parent, it's a really difficult thing to go through, and I can't imagine losing both of those parental figures and feeling very alone in life, especially when you have all these medical issues that you're going through. And once again, I meant my comment. I really appreciate you having videos opening up about the chronic illnesses and things you're going through, because it helps me understand. I've struggled a lot in life, but I don't understand that side of struggling. I don't understand chronic illness, and I don't understand my body not working correctly. And I've been very blessed and very fortunate in those ways. And so I appreciate you being that kind of vulnerable, and then me getting to understand a bit more about your life. Well, I'm Mileage Helper, my childhood best friend, Daniel. How's it going? Happy birthday, bro. I love you. I love you too, man. I love you so much, and I really appreciate your friendship. Him and I, we were getting some, not that you can get dubs in this game we play called DMZ, but we were surviving. That is getting dubs. I love this. I love this about the community. How we're all so unique. Most streamers have a age group that only really interacts with them, but you have so many different age groups coming together. I really like that too. I really like the um maybe I could have a bit more male representation, but I really like how many different ages we have, many different backgrounds, reasons why people clicked on my videos. Some people dealing with chronic illness, some people going through it emotionally, some people just interested in understanding what it's like to suffer. I really like the variedness, and that's what I want to build a community on, is accepting everyone and creating that kind of environment. So the fact that I've achieved that in any measurable ways. Uh, Liz says, I thought that life would be better now. That is, but it is not at all. I'm sorry to hear that, Liz. And I'm not quite. I If you feel comfortable telling me how old you are, you can. You cannot. It doesn't matter to me. I just find it interesting. Um, but my partner is turning. My partner is turning 40. Is that your way of letting me know how old you are in as a like a hint? You're in your 30s? I'm gonna guess 30s. So many different. Uh okay, I'm 72 up to 50. Live in Live to learn after 50, learning to learning to live, and after 50, no, living to learn, and then after 50, learning to live. I like that. Ken Lasky using that quote when I hit the 50s. W for sure. I'm gonna steal that, Ken. I'm not gonna. I'll give you credit. When I am in my 50s, I'll be like Ken Lasky. He gave me this idea. Elena, how's it going? Quite late, but I just wanted to pop in and wish you a happy birthday. Wish you all the very best. It is very late where you are. Thank you so much for stopping by and wishing me a happy birthday, and wishing well to everyone else as well. That means a lot. See, Ken, you're getting major hype. Ken Lasky, I like that. Nutritionist says, "You know I will. You'll understand." Okay, I believe you. I'm hyped for this. Whenever you do reach out, the right time, the right time to write is coming. Okay, cool. No pressure, as always. 11 years into the relationship. 22. It means he was 27 years. Yeah, 29. Look at you go. 11 years in the relationship. That is a long relationship. Shout out to you. I'm 33, he's 40. See, that seems like a pretty normal age difference to me. But that would be interesting. Your partner entering a new decade while you're still relatively, like, because I couldn't imagine what would it be like to date a 23-year-old and I'm going into my 30s. I wonder if we would be able to relate on it. Maybe. I don't know. If we had a, the math is not mathing on this one, but if we had a long time together, maybe then it would work. I don't know. That's a really interesting. thought. The way I type slash talk, I think trips you up so much. Not sure why that is. Let me speak a bit more proper. I just think it's dyslexia. I really struggle to read chat in general. I trip up on everyone's things, truthfully. Shh, I'm 33. He's 11 years in. Bus and I are 8.5 years almost. Oh, of dating? I was like, you guys are not 8.5 year difference in your age. Uh, I gave him my 20's. Now he you hates you in your 20's. Maybe you could go with someone older, sugar mama vibes. I mean, it's one of my types. I have many different types, but someone like 10 years someone 10 years older than me. Now that's a thought. I don't know, but I'm so far away from dating in any kind of context that I can't even imagine that. I don't even know what that would look like for me. Oh heck, I forgot things you still have to. Yeah, you definitely see that's a really cool thing about humanity, I think. You have literally forgotten things that I have yet to learn, right? Like that's a wild concept and I think that's really cool. Jokes. Nah, dude, Bus's name always trips me up as an English speaker because it should be Boz. Um, turns 31 in July. Sophie Balisky. All I'm gonna say is Sloan. If I a little Sloan action in my life, that would be ideal. That's all I'm saying. Sloan or Sandrine. Truthfully, I mean, both sugar mama. Hey, Shepherd's voice, how's it going? Aha, still on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear East. Happy birthday to you. You're the third person to serenade me. This is a very unique experience. I don't normally have people sing the part of the happy birthday song. So thank you so much for stopping by and giving me. Truthfully, I'm gonna give my family shit because 3 people, maybe 4 people now have given me happy birthdays songs, and my family hasn't even done it yet. So, thanks. Layla, hi, happy birthday, you gorgeous soul. Layla, oh, Layla, you're too generous. Don't do this. I found out that I could put people in timeout, and I will put you in timeout. But thank you. I appreciate you missed me reacting very poorly to another donation earlier, and you would have gotten a kick out of it. But thank you. You don't have to do that, Layla. You're amazing and kind, and I feel blessed. Your presence in my life is my gift. But like very many of my other friends, I don't expect anything. Thank you. Sloan from Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, like the female version of Sloan though. Imagine that. You have more and more reasons. Canada facts. And Real says, "Did you celebrate with the fam yet?" So I celebrated my niece's birthday, which is also today. After you all are a priority to me. I literally said to my family, "Hey, I'm gonna stream from 5 to 7 ish, and then I'll come back, and then we'll do my birthday." And so I literally dipped out on my family to come do this. But it was I don't know. It's important for me. It means a lot to me to spend time with my community on my birthday, and so I wanted to make you all a priority. And I didn't want to stream super late because I know so many of you are in Europe, and I wish I could have streamed earlier, honestly. But yeah, you all are a priority. Uh, my friends on the internet are nice. I mean, my family dynamic is real strange. We're not super close, honestly, and things are pretty awkward. We're all very awkward, kind of antisocial individuals. So my friends on the internet are probably nicer, but that's just how my family be. Sophie does stuff with her sister and her parents. Like she actually hangs out with her siblings and her parents, and they do stuff together. It's a wild concept to me. You are so wonderful and amazing, fabulous, and I'm so happy you exist. I'm so happy YouTube brought me into your life. Truly, YouTube, one of the biggest gift of YouTube that I did not expect is all of the amazing people that come into my life. And so, what a wild concept. I want to explore that a little bit more in a second, but I like time out. I'll pinch you. I'll pinch you. don't don't do it, Layla. I will time you out. Shepherd's Voice says I'm a vocalist. If a person wouldn't had a live version, I would only do it for I'm a vocalist. If in person would have had a live version, I would only do that for privileged people. I would have felt honored, honestly. If someone serenaded me happy birthday, once again, I would have felt wildly uncomfortable. I would have been blushing the whole time, but I would have felt honored. Let's see. Here's his. He won't put you in timeout. He's bluffing. On online birthday party. Shakira's jokes on him, and how isn't it? Yeah, you called my bluff. I'm too timid to actually put people in timeout, unless they said some wild stuff, and then I would probably block them from the chat. My Sasha's fingers won't allow me to type. No, don't be talking about your. We're here with positive affirmations. Don't be talking about your fingers like that. Look at all the things you're. Oh fuck. I almost said, look at all the things your hands allow you to do, but then my mind immediately went to weird places. So, but yeah, we hype up our hands here. We don't talk negatively about them. Drinks and Pedal says, "Oh my god, what? Hanging out with family for fun sounds sus." Yeah, the idea of like being super close to your family and like genuinely liking the time you spend. Not that I dislike spending time with my family, but like we all have this limit that we hit where once we spend like 3 or 4 hours with each other, we're all like collectively like, okay, that's been enough. Like, see you later. We're all very antisocial, and I'm kind of antisocial as well, at least with my family. Hey, Ken, thank you so much for stopping by and contributing and opening up in the ways that you have. I appreciate it so much, Ken. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Once again, thank you so much for contributing to the chat. It means a lot. So thank you. Lewis, I'm back. Sorry, I was on my way home. How's the party doing? It's doing great, and no worries. You be safe on your way back home if you do drive, that is. And even if you take public transport, please be safe. Yeah, yeah, sounds very suspect. I laugh a lot. Do it, I dare you. Who else can say they've been put in timeout on your birthday? I'm doing it. Oh, it won't allow me on stream. You got lucky again because it will not allow me to do it on Streamlabs. Laugh my fucking ass off. Get your mind out of the gutter. You've been hanging out with me too much. I literally was thinking about you when I said that. I was like, see, that's another reason why Layla, I was talking to them earlier that you and Otherkins and Krypton have convinced me to do Twitch. And another reason why I want to do Twitch is I think it'd be really fun to have clips of when I make mistakes like that. Layla, we've already come up with a bunch of emotes for me. We have a struggle bus emote for me when I'm struggling to say stuff or struggling to figure something out. We have eyebrows for my dramatic eyebrows. And then we also have an over my head emote that I need to do because some of these jokes people give me just go right over my head. And we need to be able to spam that in chat. Oof. That's why you were talking about the flight to Austria. By the way, I'm flying home. You have not told me why you're flying home now. So if you want to clue me in about that, that sounds very exhausting. Aw, Shepherd's Voice, thank you for saying that. Jade, adding to it. Let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Christopher. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Jade. I appreciate that. Oh, my. Oh, it's live chat. This whole time I've had a different chat on. Let's see. Sounds sus. Hear you. Layla says, "Oh my god, I love those ideas." Shakira said, "Okay, about to chow down on this food. Love you, dude, and glad your day has been a good one. Happy birthday again. See everyone in East." Thank you so much, Shakira. Not only for the incredibly generous donation, but also spending time with me, and then being the light of the chat and helping keep things light and funny, and for just being you. And it's been a privilege, and I'm glad we really do need to interact more and talk some tea. But enjoy your food. It sounds amazing. I'm excited to also eat food later as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Layla says, "Do you have someone to create them for you?" No, I haven't. I haven't done that amount of research yet. If you have suggestions, I would love your suggestions on who to do. Oh, see, I love it when chat interact. Makes my little heart so. Have a great dinner because of my aunt. That's of course. So I can't watch a movie with you or watch your stream. Yeah, no, the aunt thing is way more important. Of course, I don't that's going to be a really hard time. I will be there to emotionally support you in whatever ways you need. I feel like it's going to be a tough visit for sure for all the reasons. Shakira, your hips don't lie. Yeah, I wonder how many times she had $1 for every time someone referenced Shakira, Shakira. The bus is the bus is here. Kidding. No, this I need a struggle bus. See, I need some kind of struggle bus emoji because sometimes I legitimately struggle with reading chat. I struggle with my own thoughts, especially when things start getting humor. I'm all over the place. But yeah, no, Layla and we have a little combo tomorrow about Twitch. I'm really excited about. I'm excited to expand into this new thing to drop. I don't even have my own. Words are hard. I totally get it. Words do be wording, as Annabelle would say. Ah, I have to sign into chat. I can't even chat in my own stream. Let's see. Erg feels. Thank you, Christopher. You're I. Yeah, no, totally. By all means, like if you need to give me like a little Discord call or vent or anything like that, please do, because especially with the things we've been talking about with like the tism. In all seriousness, like knowing what the proper things to say and interacting with all these people under such a stressful situation, like that would be genuinely so taxing and difficult, especially with all the previous stuff already there. So if you need support in any way, I'll be here for sure. Now you're great. I was only poking at a little fun. Yay, so excited. I'm glad you're using Streamlabs. I'm much more familiar with that than OBS. Yeah, for I'm glad that I will appreciate any and all help that you're able to give me. So you know, I'm not expecting the world, but it and also it'd be nice to talk to you one on one. We've been friends for a while now. We've been going back and forth, but the furthest our interactions have been are in each other's streams, which even with a computer science degree. Yeah, like, I'm not great. I haven't done anything with my computer science degree in a hot minute. Also, oh, Layla, I still have your freaking tip thing up for some reason. Also, if you all do have Twitch and want to give Layla any love, I'm gonna draw Eastbound emo eyebrow. I would love that in all seriousness. But if you want to give Layla any love, if you do happen to have a Twitch, she's the whole reason I'm streaming again. I would watch her streams, and then it would motivate me to get back into it. And then without that extra push that is being inspired by someone and wanting to be like them, I would have never been able to face all this insecurity and anxiety that I have about streaming and interacting with you all, and the huge waves of insecurity. And so if it wasn't for that, that's why I will always sing Layla's praises, because just one of those people where you watch the way they interact with people, and it's a in general I really struggle because in my personal life I'm a very quiet person and I struggle to make friends and stuff like that. Like stream me is not real life me. Real life me is mute. I don't say anything. But so I've always looked up to and admired extroverted people or people that were just so affable. And so shout out to Layla for giving me the inspo to come back um and then especially 9 weeks, y'all. Like I'm just gonna re-articulate that. It's just wild. I've been consistent in streaming every weekend for 9 weeks. I'm if I'm allowed to be, I'm a bit proud of myself. Layla says, "Stop it! You're not allowed to." Thanks to you, Layla, for giving Eastbound the boost. I'll watch both of you if you welcome. Aw, Layla Queen. I'm so honored. Seriously, funny thing is, he inspired me to start streaming when he first started live streaming himself. I don't believe it. Whatever. That's just not true. The circle of inspo. Well deserved pride East. Yeah, and I just want to take a second to like acknowledge some of the relationships that I've made in general. I've talked about this before, but I think the biggest gift that has been being a YouTuber and the most unexpected gift is the amazing people that have come into my life out of nowhere. And it's the reason why I think it's a gift is I came on YouTube not to make friends, not to be successful, not to be any of these things. I came onto YouTube to talk about really difficult things and try to help people. And through a lot of really difficult honesty and talking about really difficult things, there will be these individuals that have reached out to me one way or another. Annabelle, Anna, Sophie, Shakira, Layla, all these. There's probably other. There's so many people that reached out to me and become really good friends with Moxie. Oh my God, Moxie is another one. Moxie was so respectful when she reached out. There's all these individuals that have reached out to me, and because they saw something in me for whatever reason, and now they've become really close friends or really valuable or they're insposed to me. And so that has been by far the biggest gift, an unexpected gift of YouTube. And it's like one of those things that makes me sort of believe in manifesting because my goal wasn't to make friends, but like the universe was kind of like, hey, you're going to be really authentic and put yourself out there on this platform. And in turn, we're going to give you people that are really amazing and as a reward for that. And so in many ways, Moxie says this thing to me that makes me uncomfortable. She says, "You're like my proof that magic exists," and all my friends from YouTube in particular are proof that magic exists as well, or at least manifestation to some extent. Okay, okay, come through inspiration. Liz says we talked about it on stream. Run that back. I appreciate you so much, you silly boy. That is so beautiful. Oh my god, I love that. Hee hee, alignment here. Yeah, so I just and then all other people that maybe aren't necessarily like I don't know if we would call each other friends, but then I have amazing like people that come into the chat all the time. Like Liz is a great example. Usually Lisa is in here as well. And then just Shepard's voice is a good one. Jade is a good one. These other people that have we have these like I don't know what to call it. It's really hard to navigate these waters, but I feel like I'm starting to get to know you and I really value whatever you would call that. I don't know. I there needs to be more words invented for this modern age where you have all these different kind of relationship dynamics, but whatever you would call that, I really value those as well and I value the way in which you interact with me and add to my life. Alignment. Alignment indeed. You need to be my friend. Jay, I'm telling you, my DMs. That's how people have become my friend. Is they reach out to me on Instagram. So if you want to be friends, just reach out and we'll try to make it happen. Yeah, Liz, you know me better if not for my issues soon. I believe you. I believe that I will understand soon. Okay, I need to go get a drink of water and restroom. I will be right back. I was not prepared for this stream. I was running chicken without my head. So I will be right back, y'all. I was wondering if you guys were gonna talk poorly about me while I was gone. And what, you guys can't even see the keyboard. You leave my keyboard alone. A true hermit. Let's see. What was the awful things you said? People from the internet village you run into on the town square when shopping for apples and dopamine. All right, let's gossip while he's gone. Look at that goofy chair. Am I right? And the DD dirty keyboard. Wow, disgusting. Also, why isn't I hate you. He probably doesn't even open the curtain to let the light in. Shame. True hermit. Can't see it, but we know it's there. Oh. Okay, another way to like reach out to me and get a hold of me is also my email. I check that pretty frequently. Yeah. Object permanence, dude. Oh man. Once again, we're gonna go with the unbougie water bottle here today. Thank you for making me laugh, by the way. You all, I really appreciate you making me laugh. I know sometimes I get heavy with the topics that I talk about on stream because those are the topics that mean a lot to me. But it's nice to have these very laid back and chill chats where I get to just laugh with you all. It does mean quite a bit. What do you mean? What did I miss this time? What flew over my head? What are we referencing to? Seems to me I heard you say no more disposable. I don't know. I'm messing with stuff on my. I don't have any the nicotines. I quit the nicotine. Luckily, somehow. What is this peasant vessel that you're? You missed it earlier. We are talking about this cup of shame that I have, because the drink I had was like a gas station Diet Coke, and so we were talking about my cup of shame, and now we're talking about my peasant water bottle. It's literally Kroger, like Kroger branded water. It's not even like good water brand as well. Sorry, I don't drink tequila or what you like vodka, right? You drink vodka on stream. Yeah, but this has been a super fun and laid back birthday stream. So thank you so much for everyone who's been interacting and making me laugh and allowing things to go right over my head, and then struggle bus as well for putting up with me. Lewis is another person that has like reached out to me and has been very vulnerable to on Instagram DMs. The thing that really makes you a unique person is the way in which you try to truly connect and understand the problem from one that reached out to you from DM. Yeah, of course. Like it's hard because there's only, how do I explain? There's these like limitations that exist because I'm very vulnerable on the internet, but I can't really know you individually unless you reach out to me. And so sometimes it can be hard because people can reach out to me about these very vulnerable things. And to me, if someone's going to take the time and effort to do that, to reach out to me about something that's going on in their life and open up to me, I want to be able to match that in the best way that I can. And I'm not always good at it. And when I'm going through massive breaks for one reason or another, I can kind of ghost people, which is unfortunate. I felt really badly about. But when I have the time and the ability, like I have recently, that's one of the other reasons I really enjoyed being stable and medicated for my bipolar, is I can actually respond to people in a timely manner and give people the energy that they deserve. So thank you so much for that very kind and meaningful compliment. Uh, Damn, those Layla streams sound, dude. They do be wild. She's funny and it's a great time, especially when she's playing horror games. And the very clippable person and very good at making people feel welcome to stream. No, it's tequila. It's tequila right out of the glass bottle, baby. I really dig how you're relaxed and are laughing. Yeah, I dig it as well. It's weird to feel like I have the permission to be that way. Sometimes I feel like I have to be very on and very trying to give you like value in some other context. It's a weird idea that anyone would value a relaxed, just chatting me, if that makes sense. Oh my god, maybe we need to do a Zoom call. Yeah, if you ever want to shoot the shit with me, Ken, reach out and we'll find a time. I used to, when I was very manic, when I was very hypomanic, I would do this thing where I would have Zoom calls or like FaceTimes or whatever it may be, Discord calls with a lot of people, and it was really cool to connect with people. So, by all means, my email and my Instagram is in the description of every video. You can reach out to me. Like only, yeah, like only ghosted people for like a 14 months. No big deal, right? Annabelle says, I wish I was stable enough to reply to people. The way I abandon and neglect relationships might be the most painful thing about the old bipolar being about the old bipolaroid. I couldn't agree more. The instability that it brought into my relationships was really difficult to deal with on my end and really difficult for the people in my life to deal with. So getting that medicated and being able to be stable enough to respond to people and reach out, that's been one of the other really amazing things about being medicated for my bipolar disorder. And it's kind of weird because like I'm so medicated now that I forget that I'm bipolar. Like sometimes I forget and I'm just like, oh, am I even bipolar? Like, am I? I haven't been manic in a while. I haven't been depressed in a while. Like, was I even bipolar? And it's like, ah, man, medication. Oh, more than anything, wish you a lovely birthday. Thank you, Jade. Jade, you've been around for so long. Like, you're another one of those OGs, and you you're one of the people that always like leaves like I have these videos that absolutely bomb in the algorithm, and one of the things that is nice is that there's these core group of people that comment. And by the way, I never expect comments, but it is nice to get them. And Jade's like one of those people that like always throws me a bone on some of those videos that are bombed, and I don't know, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the interactions. But yeah, it's nice when people have been around for a while because I feel like you've seen sagas of me, and I feel like sometimes when people open up to me on in messages or comments, like I feel like I get to see a saga in them. So, Annabelle says it's where most of my sadness about my aunt comes from, not having replied to her. Oh, not having replied to her a couple months before she got sick, even though I loved when I would just give her a call. That kind of guilt would be really difficult to deal with in retrospect, because it's obviously not fair to hold yourself. It's obviously not fair to look at it in that way of like you did something wrong, because obviously like you do have these things that you're going through, but it's like then something with your aunt happens, and like it puts that shift in perspective. But I completely understand like why that would linger over you and be a difficult thing to deal. String, Strings and Pels says, okay, back to hobby. No, you're totally fine to open up about those things. I welcome it in my chat. We can be as light, or I mean, there's limitations to how heavy we can get. We can't get too heavy here. But by all means, there's not an inappropriate thing to open up about, and I'm more than happy to take the time to acknowledge that message. Glad to give you a bone. No, I sincerely, like, you literally sometimes reply like comment for the algorithm. What? You never bomb. Come on now. You're very much a blessing to this world. No, I just meant more so like the video itself like doesn't do well. Like I don't know. I won't complain. Not that I'm complaining, but I won't be disheartened any more than I have to. I've decided to, starting at today, I'm going to give myself another 6 weeks to see where my channel, if I can get my channel to grow again, and then I have to sit down and have a pretty serious conversation with myself about what my future is going to look like in 2 months. Because if YouTube is not YouTube, and then as an adult, now that I'm 30, I suppose I should act like an adult. I maybe need to start shifting more of my focus to maybe getting a job in my with my degree, and not focus so much on creating content, and take like a step or two back from that. But right now, I'm just gonna give myself a solid 6 weeks to really grind it out and do the best that I can and see where that takes me. So I'm excited for that. There's so many very unique videos coming up that I'm very pumped about. I'm gonna finally talk about my bipolar some more, or not some more. I'm gonna finally talk about it on my channel. I'm gonna talk about hair and identity. I'm talking about nicotine. I'm gonna talk about essay. Right, I'm talking about a wide range of topics coming up, and I'm super excited to get. Yes, bipolar. Yeah, I'm pumped about the bipolar content. I feel like a bit of a fraud because I've only known that I'm bipolar for sure for less than half a year at this point. Always for the algorithm. 2015 Annabelle Dan. Dan for the bipolar content, of course. Message the fam bam. Axling. Oh, am I frozen? Okay, no, no. Axlinger says if you post more and promote on your social media pages, the people will come eventually. Yeah, that reminds me of a movie that my dad loved. Not Angels in the Outfield. The one where it was like, maybe it was Angels. No, that's a different movie. But the Kevin something movie where it was like, if you build it, they will come. Good old Flights of Fancy, not being manic. Field of Dreams, yes, Shepherd's Voice. Thank you. That thank you for reminding me of that, the video title or the movie title, because that was gonna bother me. Angels in the Outfield was the movie that I adored as a child and would watch relentlessly, even though it's a kind of a weird movie. I watched it. I watched someone else talk about it. It's kind of a weird. Awaken Moxie says, I had to step away for a bit earlier. Did you ever say a word you think is fitting for your 20s East? Yes, I did. I'm gonna go with rebirth or being reborn. Some kind of, I wish there was a better word for it, but some kind of word to represent this radical upheaval and a rebirth. Like if I were to talk about Christopher or like that, I feel like older me was Chris and now I'm East or Christopher, and they just feel like such different people that if I were to talk to you about my early 20s, I might as well be telling you about like my friends' early 20s because I'm not really talking about me. So Moxie said, yeah. Axlinger says self promo can be a lot more fun than what it sounds like at first, and you don't have to spam things. Just let people hear. Um, love Quentin Tarantino. I don't know how Quentin Tarantino came up. Did he do Field of Dreams? I don't. I honestly don't know. But self promo can be a lot more fun. I'm just so bad at the self promo, and it's a real struggle because YouTube is just not really. It's neither here nor there. I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky to have the platform that I do. Heck, I have 20 people in here watching me right now. What an amazing thing to have. I I don't want to lick. I don't want to ignore the amazing stuff that I do have, and really, truly, honestly, the only reason I want to grow is so I can help people. That's all I care about. The rest of it is whatever. Field of Dreams is a movie. Quentin does movies. Come on, where's your ADHD at? Well, I was trying to understand the relationship between the two because if it's just a random, I like Quentin Tarantino, which is fine. That feels very ADHD to me. But then I was like trying to understand like if there was a more direct relationship, and then I'm really bad at remembering like directors of things. Just as a director filmmaker, again the sausage. So maybe it was just like a random movie there connection made. It's a very ADHD. I'm here for it. Um, Lewis said, I don't know if this question was already asked earlier, but what advice would you give to the ones who also turning 30 this year? Good question. Um, I think the biggest advice I would give is to treat turning 30 as an opportunity to let go of what is burdening you and turn your focus to the future and allow what was in your 20s to rest. Now, obviously, there's things that happened in the 20s that are going to follow you into your 30s. Like, for instance, my massive debt. It's not like people are going to be like, "Oh, Christopher is turning 30 and he's starting a new chapter in his life. Let's forgive his debt." And that's not how it works. But I'm really going to try. I guess the advice I'd give myself is like, let's let go of what we can of our 20s and let's start this new chapter, a new decade, and like really look forward instead of looking back. So 21 people it says on mine, which is pretty good group for a birthday party. It's an amazing group for a birthday party. I feel very blessed. Truly and honestly, I do. It genuinely means a lot to me. Strings and Pedals says I was emotional, so now I got to be sassy. Laugh out loud. Sorry. Strings knows. His Strings gets it. Hey Ken, I was about to write "Let It Go." Yeah, no, that would be just allow the past, but that's so hard to do. But that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to be like, hey, this is a new decade of your life. This is an opportunity to really start writing your own chapter. I find myself at this turning point in my life, the most stable, the most healthy I've ever been. Now is time to really change the trajectory of my life for the better. So sounded too Disney. I feel like Disney's just ruined it for the Let It Go, honestly. Strings and Pedal says, I think my goal for these next few months is letting go of resentment. You brought up the topic of resentment in such an interesting way when you were talking about not so Edra. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Erdite, not so Erdite. I think that's her name. But that idea of the childishness of holding on to resentment and go of it, such a good, um, just such a interesting idea. Not so. Yeah, that doesn't help me on the pronunciation. I know how it's spelled. That doesn't mean I know how to pronounce it. I will be joining you later this year. I still can't wrap my mind around 30. I'm fine with it. It just doesn't make sense in my head. Laugh out loud. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I'm not on a more normative level, on a more like the normal way people think about turning 30. Like I think there's a lot of anxiety and fear about it, but for me, I don't. It's just another year. But on a deeper level, I'm gonna make it like a turning point, like the end of a chapter, start of a chapter. Stepping off air road. Oh, aerodite. See, that was helpful. That was good. Stepping off the victimization. That's that's great. Aw, Sophie, this is all making me more excited to enter the third decade. Aw, yeah, you're still a young lass, 28. Shepherd's Voice says, I saw some research where people's brains aren't fully developed until their early 20s. So the 20s, I think, are definitely years of learning by making mistakes or dumb decisions. Shepherd's Voice, I don't know if you were around for this earlier, but we were all giving our one word to describe our 20s. And I didn't know if you had a word you wanted to share. Excuse me, not that one. About how you feel about your 20s. Hey, oh, I always is it Yadani? Yadani. See, we definitely need an emoji for struggle bus for names in particular. Hey, glad I made this live. The best as you complete this decade and start the new one. Thank you so much, Yadani. I appreciate taking the time to pop in and say hi. That means a lot. Jade says, "Give it 3 years, and it may hit a little bit more." Yeah, I think I will. I will have more anxiety about the idea of turning 40 is a lot of pressure, and I think with 30s, there is this part of me that's thinking about like, okay, like, do I want kids? And if I do want kids, that means I have to have a significant other, and if I want a significant other, I have to get over my shit. And so like that trajectory, like thinking in terms of that, kind of freaks me out because it's like, well, like if I say I wanted a kid, then I would have to get over my stuff and that would still take time and get in a relationship and then I would have to probably date for like a year or so to find someone who I'd really want to be with and then I would probably want to date them for like a year or so before we got married and then I would want to be married for a while before we had a kid and then it's like holy shit if you start adding all that up it's like a 7 year process if I started it now before I had a kid and that's something that is a bit bothersome when I start thinking in that context, but I'm sure things will work out the way it's meant. Sylvia Blisky says, I feel like our generation is redefining these benchmark ages. Yet I also think just like people are getting older in general. I saw an article, I didn't read the article, so I'm doing that thing where people see the title to an article and they don't read it and have no idea the veracity of it. But we're getting the part where people will be living into like their 120s. You're a void person, don't sweat it at all. I'll be fine. Man, I think it let's see, Jade. Maria, how's it going? YouTube didn't notify that you were streaming again. I found it by chance. I'm super happy because you seem much more happier. Yeah, I'm in a radically different place. I'm so much. It's weird that people can notice it, but I apparently have an aura about me of being happier. But I'm in such a good place, and I'm not struggling with the things I used to struggle with, and doing really well in life, and still have my struggles, still have a lot of things I need to figure out, but I am doing a lot better in life in general. So thank you so much for stopping by. It means a lot. You're a name that I definitely remember. Commenting a lot and interacting with me in general. So I really love seeing these old names pop up again. But yeah, I am streaming and I am creating content again. So I've been back for like 9 weeks. Shepherd's voice says, "Well, I can't really find one word. Laugh out loud. My 20s would be an exception to the rule, though, because I was in bands and traveling as a vocalist. So I enjoyed the 20s for the most part. That's good. I'm glad that it's a lot of positive, formative years for you." Layla says, "Do you want children, Christopher?" See, I'm 50-50 on kids. 50% of me is way too selfish, and I really enjoy my space and my time. And it's why I don't have a dog. I want a dog, but I'm very selfish with my time, and I don't really want to do the thing like when my ex and I had a dog, we just couldn't do the things we used to. We couldn't just like take random 2-day trips because we had this dog that we had to look after. And I kind of had a little bit of resentment towards the dog, if I'm going to be honest, because our lifestyles had to change in this way that I didn't necessarily like. And so, as a responsible person, I don't have a dog currently. One, because I can't really afford it, but two, because I'm worried about that me resenting the dog because my lifestyle has to change, even though I'm sure I would love to have a dog. And so the same would be with kids. Is like everyone talks about how like your life once you have kids is drastically different, and you never have alone time anymore, and all this stuff. But on the other end, it's one of the greatest human things that you can do is have progeny, children, and whatnot. So the other 50% of me says that would be one hell of a thing to miss out on in life. So I don't know what side. I think what will be the tipping point is I think when I meet someone who I fall like deeply in love with and start like a life with, I think they'll probably make me want to have kids. Is what I heard other people say. So I'm sure that will be the tipping point. But at the moment, I'm 50-50 on it. All serious. Um, a good person, not a void. Okay. You're a good person. Don't sweat it all. It will be fine. Okay, that makes way more sense because I am a bit of an avoidant person as well. If I accidentally have a kid, you can have it. I'll be Uncle Chris for like a week, but then you have to take it back. It's both generous and both generous and brave of you, Annabelle. It's the eyes. You have a sparkle in your eyes that was missing before. Oh, thank you so much. I'll take your word for it. I am a lot happier than I was before. I was going through it. The last time I was streaming, it was tough. So many of your deadpan statements make me LOL. Yes, exactly. Christopher would be an outstanding. I would be all right. Oh, such good dad vibes. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in a position to decide whether I would be a good dad or not. Honestly, Moxie, I'm happy to serve the community the best I can. Yeah, Moxie, you definitely add, or not Moxie, but Annabelle, you definitely add a lot of deadpan humor that I appreciate. And then, but you still have the ability to be vulnerable and have deep conversations. So you're a jack of all trades here. I do need to get back to my family as much as I would like. It's weird because I don't feel drained right now. Normally at the end of 2 hours, I would be so excited to get off and have like a not get away from you all. You all are amazing. But more so this idea of like feeling very drained from being social because I don't feel like I'm good at it. But now I feel kind of, dare I say, energized by talking to you all for these last 2 hours, and it's been really amazing. But I do need to get going to get back to my family and not make them wait around forever for me. Um, but if you're still young and you got time, definitely, I'll dog sit for you anytime. For real, for real. We are amazing, actually. Moxie says, "Oh my god, it's already been 2 hours." I know, right? Happy birthday, friendo! You have the best evening. Hey, Tater Thought. Have a great time with your family. Enjoy your day. Shepherd's voice says, "Awesome, energized is good." I want pics of the cake. Thank you. I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna have a cake, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for spending time. I'm gonna be sincere. I'm gonna do the Christopher thing or the East thing that I do. Seriously, thank you so much for spending any amount of time with me on my birthday. I set time aside specifically to stream because my community means so much to me. And you've made me feel loved and appreciated today. And I don't really have an active group of friends in real life like I used to. I just have a lot of internet friends, and so it's really cool because I got to spend time with my internet friends as well, and as well as like the people I'm growing an acquaintance with on YouTube. And so seriously, thank you so much for choosing to spend any time with me on my birthday and on this Saturday. I'm looking forward so much to the next time I stream and the future videos that I'm putting out. Thank you for everything. Yeah. I'm gonna go and eat cake. But thank you, and I'll see you. Oh, wait, should I do my sign off? I'm wishing you success in whatever you are bound for until we see each other again. Bye, Ken. Bye, Shepherd's Voice. Bye, Jade. Bye, Anna. Bye, Liz. Bye, Tater Thought. Layla, my girl. Moxie. Sophie. All of y'all. Maria, thank you so much, y'all. Axe Slinger, of course. See y'all. Have a good day. Bye.